Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Link to Dura here. So today we're gonna go over the top 13 cars that I just can't stand, that I think are the ugliest cars in the world. So let's get started with this. So first up, we've got the 96 Ford Taurus. This is pretty ugly of a vehicle. I mean, look at it. I've also driven one of these, and I've driven go-karts that handle better. Look at the rims. They are terrible. Now let's take away the rims. Even worse. They belong in the junkyard. Let's keep them there. Next up, we've got the '04 Honda Element. This isn't too bad of a vehicle appearance-wise, but it is pretty terrible. Look at all the plastics all over it. I mean, Honda did a poor job with this vehicle. I think they could have gone so much better and made it look more like a Jeep. And moving on, we've got the '01 PT Cruiser. These are ugly. So ugly. I cannot stand these vehicles. Some of them are fast if you put a turbo in them, but they're still ugly. Even if you put flames on it, it's still pretty bad looking. I like how Chevy had the balls to make a copy of the PT Cruiser and made it even look worse. Moving on, we've got the '05 Slugbug. Yellow is just an ugly color. It doesn't look good at all on these vehicles. I don't like the car, period. The newer ones do look better, but these ones, I mean, they destroyed the history of it. The older ones look fantastic, and then you move on to these ones, and they're just all rounded and just, it's awful. Now we've got the 2011 Nissan Juke, which is pretty much a joke. Same thing, rounded corners. It does have a little bit more styling. It's definitely better than the Slugbug or the PT Cruiser, but it's still pretty awful. And the next car, I'm pretty sure, is on everyone's ugly list, the 2010 Toyota Prius. It is a hybrid, and Tesla blows all the hybrids away pretty much now. I don't understand why Toyota made the hybrid so ugly. And then on the other hand, you've got Nissan, which just copies the Prius with the Nissan Leaf in 2011, which, oh my gosh, it's freaking terrible. Why would you copy an ugly car? It's the same thing with Chevy. Why are you copying an ugly vehicle? And next we've got the Nissan Cube, which it's not the greatest looking either. I don't like the square headlights or the front grille. Kind of just looks weird, and it's not, it doesn't flow very well. Um, I don't understand what they were going for with the windows either. They're like square shaped but also rounded. If you're gonna make a cube, make it, boxy, make it look good, which they obviously didn't do very well at. And the 2000 Hyundai Tiburon isn't any better. I'll just let you look at the pictures, and you can see how terrible it is. I mean, the interior is awful. The exterior is awful. Everything's awful. So these next two are kind of older, which I feel bad about bagging on them just because they are older. But the 1991 Chevy Caprice is just pretty awful, along with the '92 Buick Skylark. Both of these two are just terrible cars. I mean, you could probably get them for $100. And the next one, I've got an '07 Jeep Compass. I think that there's much better looking Jeeps out there, especially the older ones. I really feel like Jeep could have stepped up their game with the Compass and made it actually look nice, but they didn't. They fell short. And the last ugly vehicle that I want to talk about is the '02 Lexus SC 430. For some reason, all I see driving this car are old angry people just yelling at everyone who can't see, obviously, because they don't know what they're driving, because they're that ugly. All right, I'm done. I think these cars are pretty much the ugliest cars in the world. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have some other cars that you think are ugly, hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear. I'd love to see what you guys think are your ugly cars. All right, take care and subscribe.